Hi everyone, and I'll start this video off by apologising for using the C word. Yep, coronavirus. It's front page news and is likely to be for a good while yet. Our hearts and thoughts go out to anyone affected, be it on a family level or a company level. But we wanted to share with you a few tips that might be helpful for those with busy meeting schedules with clients and colleagues. For many of us, part of the reason that Corona is such a challenge is that our businesses rely on having face-to-face meetings with people. People buy from people, and whilst many business apps are a vital tool in our business infrastructure, often you can't do better than a face-to-face chat. Well, if the current climate means that person-to-person meetings are not an option, the next best thing is video conferencing. And the good news is that it's easier than you might think to get started, and in many cases you can do it for free. At Bigtank, we regularly use Zoom, Skype and Microsoft Teams to talk to clients across the country and across the world. In terms of hardware, most devices we use, be it a mobile phone, a tablet or a laptop, will have a webcam and microphone built in to get you started. But for a more professional standard, there are a few tricks you can do to make sure that the engagement you get from a video chat is as close to meeting in person as possible. Firstly, looking at sound. Now, if you're in a very quiet environment with no people or air conditioning systems in earshot, the built-in microphones on your kit will likely do a pretty good job as long as you keep it within arm's length. Any further than that and your voice is likely to sound weak or unclear at the receiving end. However, for chats where two people may be in the same room or in a noisier environment, we'd suggest buying a simple plug-in microphone, and it will make the world of difference to how you sound online, and we've put a few links to some of those in the description for this video. In terms of visuals, whilst built-in cameras are amazing at what they do these days, they do have some limitations. So try and put yourself in a nice bright space to begin with, but not with a very bright light directly behind you, as this will make the camera overcompensate and it'll make the scene darker, which isn't what we want. For a mobile device, if it's a longer chat that you're having, have a stand or some form of holder for it rather than holding it yourself, as the movement that will show to the other person can be off-putting on screen. And finally, and this is vital for getting engagement with the person you are chatting to, try and look into the camera as much as possible. So many web chats these days are done looking at people's foreheads or down at the ground because they're not actually looking at the camera, they're looking at the vision of the person on screen. This can be really off-putting as you end up not looking at the other person in the eyes while chatting. Now, a great solution where the software allows is to drag the image of the person you're talking to on screen right underneath or right over the top of your webcam, so the eye line is much more direct. This is a really simple trick, but it does have a huge effect on how your video chat is received. Overall though, don't be put off by some of the tech speak that these communications companies can use in promoting their products. They really are quite simple once you give them a go. So our advice would be to sign up, give them a try, and fairly quickly, if it's not something you use already, you may find it'll become a staple communication tool in your business. As ever, if you want any help or advice on how to use video or video chat to help you communicate with your clients, just get in touch. We'd be happy to help and chat you through how we use these systems to really good effect.